Alright guys, welcome to another beer review, and today we're going back over to Wander Beyond. It's been quite a long time actually since I've had a beer from these guys, and this is a can of the Illicium Imperial Milkshake IPA, clocking in at 10% ABV. Allergens are barley, oats, wheat and lactose. Best before is 11th of the 10th 2019. Don't think there's a canned on date, but yeah, anyway, fantastic artwork as per usual from Wander Beyond. They make some absolutely wonderful imperial beers, imperial strength beers I should say. They're what was it called now? I can't remember. That mango and passion fruit triple IPA they did. Octopod last year was like one of the best beers of 2018. And probably one of the best beers in its style that I've actually ever had. And yeah, so triple IPAs. Not usually the ones that I gravitate towards too, although I've had some absolutely wonderful experiences with triple IPAs. In fact, I've probably had better experiences with triple IPAs compared to like double IPAs, if you were to go on the law of average. But then again, I've had much more double IPAs and much more standard IPAs than triple IPAs. But anyway. So yeah, I know for a fact that Wander Beyond know how to brew these sorts of beers, and considering that they've only been really doing this sort of stuff for about a couple of years, I know they were, was it Dan's Brewery beforehand, but yeah, I think they were a little bit more traditional when they first started brewing. And by the way, if there's any dirt on my face or anything like that, just come back from being an absolutely wonderful grandchild and doing my grandmother's garden. So brownie points there. Plus got 20 quid out of it, so happy days all round. Anyway, I'd have done it for free. Don't look at me like that. But yeah, so I know for a fact that these guys can do both the pale and the darker imperial strength IPAs and beers in general. But yeah, beer in the glass then, and haze for days, and clear for years, loads of murk, but it's got a sense of vibrancy to it. Almost has like a slightly apricot jam look to it, very chewy looking. You'll have to excuse the washing machine in the background, but this is the only room that I've got somewhat good lighting. Not that I warrant it, because I look like this. But anyway, self-deprecation aside, this beer looks absolutely fantastic. Beer poured with initially about one finger's worth of a slightly yellowy tinged head. Got a nice little sniff there. And yeah, it looks really nice in this Northern Monk glass. So, let's see what we get on the nose. First of all, you get that vanilla and lactose coming through. So it's like one of those milk pops or creamsicle. Yeah, it's very, very vanilla forward almost. Like melted vanilla ice cream. But there's no vanilla in there. It's wonderful. That lactose is doing such a wonderful job. It's just reminded me, it's very sweet smelling. It's reminded me of those, you know, those white and pink cola, like cola bottle sweets, or at least they're in the shape of a cola bottle. Yeah, like loads of Mawam, Haribo, the Haribo fried eggs. Lovely stuff. And then you get this really nice, gentle, fruity, hoppy aroma. There's almost like a coconut aroma in this. This is just smelling absolutely fantastic. And that's amazing that those aromas, because I don't believe they've got anything added in this. I think it's just a straightforward, hop to the eyeballs, lactose milkshake style IPA. Oh yeah, it smells fantastic, so let's give it a taste. Cheers, guys. The body on this beer is just insane. It's so creamy, it's smooth. It's also got this like sensation of fluffiness as you're drinking it. Aside from a warmth going down, no indication at all that this is a 10% ABV beer. that lactose is... It's getting to that point where it's almost a little bit overbearing, because it is quite sickly sweet. This is definitely one of the sweetest IPAs that I've had in quite a while. A little bit of citrusy characters coming through. It's kind of reminded me of Creamsicle Friends from Mikkeller, which is that double dry hopped milkshake IPA with oranges or some sort of citrus fruit. Yeah, that lactose is just a character in its own. I got vanilla ice cream on the nose, and I'm getting vanilla ice cream in the flavour with a little bit of fruitiness added. Hops are there, but not too much. Adding a citrusy character. Maybe a subtle tropical tone coming through. But yeah, that is... It's just maybe a little bit too sweet for me. But that being said, there's a bitterness on the back end, which counteracts it. But it's filling me up as I'm drinking it. Yeah, that's a big beer. So flavoursome. But I'm not too sure if I'm 100% behind it. I mean, it's a fantastic beer, don't get me wrong. It's Wander Beyond doing another big, bold, in-your-face, robust IPA. The residual warmth on the back end is building up as well. Just think that lactose is a bit too much. It's got a bit too much of a vanilla flavour to it for me. But yeah, I would not turn down another can of this. And I think with a beer like this, you probably need to add actual fruit into the beer. Something acidic to cut through that sweetness from the lactose. But then again, if you love the lactose character in your milkshake IPAs that literally tastes like it's melted Ben & Jerry's ice cream in a can, then you're going to be absolutely bowled over by this. I just think it's a little bit too sweet. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. So in terms of a rating, I'd still give this an 8 out of 10. Wander Beyond, just a fantastic brewery. And I missed out on their sort of follow-up to Octopod, which was another big, bold triple IPA, but it had, like, I think it was orange and tangerine in there, which is right up my street, because I absolutely adore citrus IPAs. But yeah, this is wonderful. I think 440 mils of this is probably a little bit too much, especially because you're going to be drinking this way too quickly anyway. But yeah, that sounds so fucking nitpicking, or nitpicky when I say stuff like that. Yeah, if we were drinking this like 2-3 years ago, we'd be going absolutely batshit insane about it, do you know what I mean? Because this is reminding me a lot of those highly regarded hype IPAs coming out of America. Because an American triple IPA, the ones that I've had in recent memory have just been absolutely mind-blowing. And that's compared to some of like the hyper beers from the breweries over there. I mean, what was it? Was it Boulevard? Can't remember who it was. But I reviewed it a while ago. That was a triple IPA with pretty much, it was like the American equivalent of Octopod. And it was just beautiful. And yeah, this is fantastic. It really, really is. Just a little bit too sweet for me. So if you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions in the comments down below. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Well deserved, beautiful artwork, beautifully presented, 40 mils of a 10% ABV beer. Don't actually think I paid that much for it on Honest Brew, so well worth the money in my opinion. But yeah, beautiful body on this, really, really big body. And I know triple IPAs are probably the ones that people don't really gravitate towards too, because it's it's a big beer in a big can. But yeah, I need to drink more triple IPAs because I find that I love them compared to a lot of other IPAs. So yeah, Wander Beyond doing what Wander Beyond do best, and all power to them. So yeah, if you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. What's some of your favourite beers like this? What's some of your favourite Wander Beyond beers? And if any of my friends and fellow beer tubers have reviewed it, I'll put their links down below. And also check out my Wander Beyond playlist, because I've got a few beers on the channel now, and I need to drink more of them. These are one of those breweries where every time I drink their beer, I'm like bowled away by it, but I don't buy them that often. I think it's because Wander Beyond, admittedly, they're an easy brewery to get hold of, being about an hour's train ride from Manchester. So Northern Beer Temple in Wigan always stocks really high quality Manchester beers. So I probably think, because it's easy to get hold of, I don't really need to rush out and buy it. But then it's like months between I'm drinking some breweries' beers, and I'm like, why do I not buy these beers on a regular basis every time I buy, a little haul of beer? I don't know, it's weird, isn't it? It's weird what goes into breweries. I mean, but then you look at a brewery like Northern Monk, and I'm reviewing one of their beers every like 1 to 3 weeks. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it's amazing how your priorities change with this sort of stuff. Anyway, I'm talking absolute shit right now, so I do apologise. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I'm being teased by stuff for a barbecue being defrosted right in front of me for tomorrow. But hey, guess what? I'm in work all day, so we're going to drown my sorrows with this wonderful, wonderful beer. Anyway, thank you for watching, and hopefully see you guys later. Cheers.